One thing that I don't like is when the government punishes people for the position that they put the people in.
The enemy is not outside. The enemy to our progress is within.
Here we are in South Africa with this minister. Her name is Khumbudzo Ntshavheni. And she's over here pretty much blaming illegal miners for being in the situation that they're in. When a country is very rich in natural resources like gold and diamond and such, governments should utilize the minerals to enrich the country as a whole, not just their pockets, like many African governments do. Here we are in South Africa, a place where actually the biggest divide between the rich and the poor in the world, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But here we are with her, and she's blaming some miners for getting into a mine and getting stuck. And many of them, it said that it was around 4,000 miners down there. I don't know how they all fit down there, but anyhow, that's a lot of people. Or maybe there's 4,000 miners mining overall, and some of them are just this in this one particular pocket. So she's over here blaming them for being there and calling them criminals and whatnot. While in reality, people that are not hurting anyone else but are very desperate, they will begin to do things. People steal because they're desperate. People do commit other different crimes because they're desperate. People mine illegally because they're desperate. If the South African government created jobs and created an environment where people didn't have to do that, then they won't. If you look at some countries like Botswana, a lot of there's a string of countries that are very rich in natural resources, and their citizens don't have to go mining and putting themselves, in high risk, because the government did what they're supposed to do, and they organized themselves and they exploited the minerals the way that minerals should be exploited. But here we are with this Khumbudzo Ntshavheni, and she's pretty much saying, let them die down there. And if they don't die down there, then we're going to flush them out. You know, treating people that are at their lowest and very desperate like animals is just something that's inhumane.
And then there was a question of whether we're going to send help underground to the Zamazamas. South Africans. You want us to send help to criminals? You want us to send help to criminals, honestly. We're not sending help to criminals. We're going to smoke them out. They will come out. We're not sending help to criminals. Criminals are not to be helped. Criminals are to be persecuted. We didn't send them there. And they didn't go down there for the good benefit or good intentions of the Republic. So we can't help them. Those who want to help them, they must go and take the food down there. They will come out. We'll arrest them. You remember there were the other ones who burned in a methane gas explosion. You remember? Was it last year? Yeah, last year, if not early this year. Last year. And you said we must send people to the soldiers to retrieve them and expose them to methane gas. So you want us to send our law enforcement officer to risk because criminals went to destroy our country? What if when we send police or the military down there to supply them with food, the place explodes and caves in? What will happen? So families must continue to sacrifice because criminals got themselves in a bind and we must come. No, we're not sending any help. They will come out. Whether we're going to retrieve the bodies, it's not our job to retrieve bodies of criminals.
The enemy is not outside. The enemy to our progress is within.
I wonder if it was her cousins, or some relatives of hers or family friends, people that she personally knew. I wonder if she would have still been talking the same way. So let's check this out.
must say, the language that is being used, she must be fired. That is the language we expect of the ministers of colonial governments, of apartheid, and the scum of the earth.
If you had listened to the minister yesterday, the arrogance and the irresponsible utterances that she did shows that the government has intention of at least committing genocide. The very same government cannot provide food to the people that are dying in the same land.
Devastated by the statement from the minister to say it will smoke people out. But the feeling people are saying, let's just be human. Let's take those people out of the hole and make sure those people save life, and even those who are dead.
ANC government, through the police, through different units, they must see how they can assist those people to come out. This is wrong. What is happening is wrong. These people are poor. 95% of the people in Kuma are not working.
There we proved that people cannot resurface by themselves. And this perception of people saying people are refusing to resurface, it's wrong. It needs to be corrected.
Look, our stance is that these are still human beings, and these are people that are just not going there just for the sake of going underground. It's the economy that's we're faced with. Look, currently we have a situation, we've got guys underground. Let's try and send them help. And then when they are on surface, then we can deal with their illegal activities that they're doing.
Based on the matter of unemployment, people, they found themselves are going to illegal mining. But all I can say is that we are here to say, save our brothers.
This shaft, if you light it up, it has a downslope for about 500 to 600 meters down. If a child slips down, then there's no coming up for him. Okay? Zamas enter this place via ropes and whatever they can use to cling on until they get to the first tunnel.
Very sad and un-Ubuntu-like. Let me know what you think.